Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is going to be a fairly quick video, just to say sort of thanks to a couple of friends in the community that have sent me over a few titles recently. So obviously that's Tim Cole and Marcus over at 2708. I know they've both sort of mentioned on their channels recently that we got together outside of YouTube and got a little WhatsApp group together, and we sort of like chat quite often on there, pretty much daily to be fair, about all sorts of things, movies and other stuff. But yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. So yeah, a bit of backstory on why and how this all came about. I think we sort of we all started sending each other a little bit here and there. I think I sent Tim something like Severance on DVD because he hadn't checked that one out, and I'm a big fan of that movie. So I thought he'd be really sort of up his street. He's got a very similar taste to me. So yeah, I sent Tim that and a couple of other things offered him as well. And then I think, was it Marcus was after some stuff, or I can't think now, but anyway, we sort of been chopping and changing titles around each other, passing stuff on between our collections that we didn't need, or stuff we picked up for each other in various places around CEX and such. But yeah, and the boys have basically got together and they essentially went to different CEXs in their locations and let us know on the group chat if anybody wants from the group, then let us know. So there's a couple of items on there that I sort of spotted. We'll go through Tim's. So Tim's got a couple of titles here. So Tim sent me a movie over called Chained. So I saw this one up on the sort of CX app where he was headed, and I said to him, if it's still there and you wouldn't mind picking it up for me, I'd be really appreciative. More than happy to pay for it, but he wouldn't take any money. So yeah, he sent me over a copy of this. I know both him and I think Marcus have mentioned that it's a pretty decent watch. I believe it's Jennifer Lynch. I think it might be the daughter of David Lynch, possibly. Maybe wrong on that, but yeah. So not sure anything about it. Haven't seen it as yet, but so it's only quite fresh in to the collection here. But it looks really good. I've had a little look on IMDb, and it looks really good. So yeah, happy to pick that one up. Thank you, Tim, for picking it up for me and sending it across. And then, as I mentioned, because I sent Tim a copy of Severance, directed by Christopher Smith. He mentioned to me, have I ever seen a movie called Black Death? Which to be fair, until Tim started mentioning it, I hadn't really realised that Christopher Smith had done another movie called Black Death. I was aware he did Creep and Triangle and Severance, and all three of those I really love. But yeah, this one I hadn't really heard of. So yeah, I had said I hadn't seen it, and next thing I know, he sort of pinged in a message. I've picked a copy up, and I'll send it over to you so you can check it out. So yeah, that's another movie I don't know much about apart from the director. Black Death, Sean Bean's in it. I will be checking that one out pretty soon. So that's what Tim sent over for me. So yeah, really appreciate that. Thanks very much, Tim. And then the next batch here were sent over by Marcus over Xfile2708. So yeah, we've got 4 titles here. Again, I sort of said to Marcus, let me know how much you want for sort of covering costs to get these over here, and he wouldn't take any money. So yeah, so thanks very much. We've got a movie here which I bought this years ago off eBay, thinking I was getting the Blu-ray as it was advertised as a Blu-ray copy. When it turned up, the guy had actually sent a DVD instead of the Blu-ray, so he ended up refunding me. So since then, I've never had it upgraded from a DVD in my collection, and it's not one that comes up in many CEXs around me. So when I saw it in Marcus's, I thought, you know what, I'll ask and see if it's still there, and he kindly picked it up for me. And that is a sort of rom-com movie called 500 Days of Summer. So I think I've only seen this one on standard def. I wanted to see it on HD, and it's been so long since I've watched it. When did it come out? 2009. So yeah, these early sort of 2000s movies, I watched a lot of them, but a lot of them were on DVD when I had a big DVD collection. So yeah, it was a little upgrade I wanted to make there. I think it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this one, so yeah, quite a good fan of him. But yeah, so that was my first one picked up. The next one was basically a blind buy, so I had never heard or seen this one to my knowledge. Again, 2008, according to the sticker on the front here when it came out. And that is a movie called The Horseman. So yeah, like I said, I've never seen this cover about that I can remember. And I was scanning through the app there, looking at where Marcus was headed. And I thought, that's an interesting cover and title. I don't remember seeing that anywhere. So I started diving into it on IMDb and looking around, finding out about it. From what I can make out, I think it could be an Australian movie, I think. But it's basically a revenge type movie. So where this father goes after the people that have wronged his daughter, basically. So yeah, I like a good revenge thriller, and I think if Australians tend to be quite brutal and pretty gritty, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully it's got a bit of brutality in there, a bit of grit. So it looks really interesting. A Horseman from 2008. So if it sounds interesting to yourself, obviously go check that one out. So the next one was another movie which, to be fair, I thought I had in my collection, and then when I went to go watch it a couple of weeks back, I realised I hadn't got it. So it must have been my old DVD memory kicking in there when I had it on disc for DVD. So yeah, glad to get the Blu-ray upgrade on this one. And this is a Cameron Diaz movie with James Marsden, and that is called The Box. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would have heard about this or seen this one back in the time. I think it came, when did it come out? 2009 again. I barely moved any years. I've gone 2008, 2009 here. So yeah, that one was mystery box turns up, and I think they're given the choice of, if they open it, someone they don't know dies. Now I could very well be mixing it up with another film, which I often mix it up with. Bear with me. So there's a very similar film, I think, from memory, but again, I haven't watched it in a long time, called The Gift. And these movies are about sort of strange packages turning up, from what I remember, and odd things happening if and when they do open them or choose to open them. So I might be blurring my memories, but yeah. The one I remember definitely seeing and enjoying, I've seen that one obviously, but this one I'm sure I definitely saw, because I was a big fan of Cameron Diaz, and I used to basically track down anything she was in pretty much and try and watch it. So yeah, so that one was The Box. I remember enjoying that one, but again, it would have been a DVD one that I saw back in the day, and happy to get that on Blu-ray and sort of be able to watch it in HD. So following a very similar logic to why I saw this movie and why I saw this one is a 1999 movie, and I don't hear anyone really talk about it. Now maybe that's because I'm not a big sports guy and I don't really sort of like hone in on anything sport related. So having said that, this I believe is a sports related movie. But the reason I picked this up, two reasons really. One was because I had it on VHS back in the day. I picked this up, I think, from a car boot sale or something like that. It was an ex-rental big box VHS. And I remember watching it and thinking that was a pretty decent movie. And I think when I was a teenager, I feel like my tastes were almost better then than they are now. But yeah, so it's got a brilliant cast in this one. So this has got Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz, which is one of the reasons I picked it up, I think, back in the day, because I was just trying to find anything she was in, and Al Pacino as well. James Woods, Dennis Quaid, and LL Cool J, and that is Any Given Sunday. So yeah, American football, I think this is based around, but I don't think it's got a lot of football in it, if I remember rightly. I think it's more of a thriller/drama around the sport, so that's probably why I remember enjoying it. It could be way off, like I say, it's been VHS days, which would have been very early 2000s, possibly even, a few years after it came out, but I can't remember now. But yeah, really intrigued to see that one again on the big screen, and that's probably the first one I spotted on Marcus's CEX he was heading to, that I thought, do you know what, I haven't seen that since so long ago. I'd basically forgotten about it, and it's not one that ever comes up round here near me. So yeah, really happy to grab that one or get Marcus to pinch that one out for his CX for me. So yeah, thank you very much, Marcus and Tim, for picking both of those up. Both those little titles coming over to me. So yeah, thanks very much for you sending those over, guys, and thanks for everyone who's watching. If you've got any comments about the films, obviously leave them down below. If that's everything, that's it for another video. I've got some more videos planned, so I'm going to do my 4K upgrades video. It'll be quite a long video, so prepare yourself with a cup of coffee for that one, because there's quite a few titles. I won't spend too long on them, hopefully. And then I've got a few more videos planned as well to do in the near future. So thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.